Hello, everybody. I should be okay as far as sound goes. We're going to start here round one of Ontario Provincials. Our featured match hasn't started here yet, but hopefully be alright. How do I mute my mic when I need to? With up here? This one?
I did not.
Alright, guys. Sorry about that. We are back. We've got Rob Davies on the left and John Proshek. Sorry if I pronounced his name wrong. On the right. They're going to look here. They're setting up, deciding who's going first. They're going to go ahead and get started. So I talked to Rob prior to the tournament. He is playing a Rogue Yveltal Bats Vespiquen deck. And I'm not too sure what John's playing yet. Looked like I saw Shaman as his start. So we're still not going to be too sure here what's going on. Rob is going to go first. Set down a Combi. Attach a Dark Energy to the Unknown. Play an Ultra Ball. He's going to discard. He'll discard 2 cards from his hand and search his deck for a Pokemon. He's going to discard Goldbat and his Judge. Getting any Yveltal. He's going to do a quick deck search, see what's got prized, what's in his deck for his knowledge. Quick deck search.
What do you want to switch? Oh, okay.
Rob played a Trainer's Mail. I believe that he got the Battle Compressor. I looked away for a second. He's going to play a Battle Compressor and discard 3 cards from his deck. He's going to discard an Unknown, a Lysander, and a Hex Maniac.
There's also no deck.
Hmm?
I said there's also no deck, so we can stream.
Can't hear you. He's going to play the VS Seeker. He's going to choose to use the Hex Maniac. Apologize for the glare. We're going to hopefully be able to switch the spot of where the streamed match will be next round. So that way the cards won't be glared. I'm not too sure what's going on here. I think they're discussing Rob ended his turn and wants to retreat. Maybe. Alright, John's going to play an Acrobike. He's going to look at the top 2 cards of his deck, pick one, and discard 1. So we now confirmed he is playing Night March. Oh, and he didn't discard that second card. So we'll be right back. Go.
What happened?
Okay, we're going to have a... Jimmy's heading over to catch that non-discard of the Acrobike. He's going to play Battle Compressor as well, discarding 3 cards from his deck. He just needs to discard the Lampent from his hand from the Acrobike. Oh. There we go. Easy fix. No big deal. Alright, he's going to continue with his Battle Compressor. He's going to discard 3 cards from his deck. They're laughing about it. First round jitters. So he's going to discard a Professor Sycamore. Pumpkaboo. And I'm not sure if he got rid of a second card. I feel like he only did one. We'll see. Rob's going to show us here. Nope, he discarded another Lampent earlier. He's going to shuffle. He's going to play Sorry about that. Played an escape rope. He's going to attach a Fighting Fury belt and a double colorless onto his active Pumpkaboo. Switching, Rob brought out Combi. John's going to play a Town Map. Town Map allows you to flip over your prize cards. And it looks like he's got 4 Night Marchers in his prizes. It's Target Whistle and a Dementia Valley. He's counting out he had 3 Night Marchers in there. He's going to use the Night March attack. I'm assuming the Stadium is what the card is that is over top of the logo. I can't see that, so alright, John's going to take his prize card. He's choosing which one for his Combi knockout. He's going to take a Lampent. Rob attached a Dark Energy to bench Veltal, benching a Zubat. He also used the Farewell Letter, discarding the Unknown from the bench and drawing a card. He's playing a Battle Compressor, discarding a Combi. He's got quite a few options. He's looking to take the knockout this turn. First, he's going to get the knockout with the Yveltal, switching it out for hitting for 30 and attaching an energy. Rob's currently just looking to discard more Pokemon to be able to use Be Revenge later on and thin out his deck for consistency. Did John just draw a card? Okay, he must have misunderstood that he thought Rob said he was finished with this turn, which he wasn't, so he put his card back on top of the deck. Rob is going to retreat the Unknown, send out the Yveltal, use the Farewell Letter. He's going to put Yveltal on the bench, Yveltal's attack, Oblivion Wing, is going to hit for 30, which will be ×2 for weakness on the Pumpkaboo. He won't get the knockout because of the Fighting Fury belt, and then he will be able to attach a dark to a bench Yveltal. John drew a card. Looks like
Pumpkaboo should be knocked out?
no.
Why?
Alright. John is trainer's mailing, looking at the top 4 cards of his deck, picking a trainer. He chose the Dementia Valley, which allows Psychic and I believe Grass Pokemon to pay 1 less to attack, 1 less colorless to attack. But it's mostly just for the Pumpkaboo to allow him to Night March with a double colorless. It looks like John is going to Night March for 60 more for the 3 Night Marchers. Rob's going to attach another Dark to the bench to Yveltal. Play an Ultra Ball. He's going to be discarding 2 cards from his hand. 2 Vespiquen. Search his deck for a Pokemon. She's going to get a Golbat. He's going to evolve the Golbat. He's going to do Sneaky Bite, putting 2 damage counters on the active Pumpkaboo. He's going to play AZ, putting 2 more counters on the Pumpkaboo, knocking it out. John's going to send out the Joltik. Rob's going to play a Parallel City, getting rid of the Dementia Valley. Parallel City is going to make Rob go down to 3 bench Pokemon, and John's Water, Fire, and Electric Pokemon, I believe, will do 20 less damage. So John's going to play a Teammates. We're looking into whether or not, I'm not 100% sure on the wording for Teammates. We're looking that up now for, we're going to be too late. Too much stuff's going on.
If you were knocked out during your opponent's last turn.
Okay, so it doesn't have to be by an attack. Alright, good. Well, then everything's okay. Alright, so looked like John took another prize card knockout on the Yveltal. And he took the Target Whistle as his prize card. He's looking to take 2 prizes with the Shaman EX. Rob played a Super Rod, putting 3 in combination of energy and Pokemon from his discard pile back into his deck. Alright. Rob's going to play Professor Sycamore. Discarding his hand and drawing 7 new cards. Rob's going to play Ultra Ball here. He's going to discard 2 Dark Energy. He's going to search his deck for a Pokemon. He's looking to get a Crobat, but he's searching to make sure what all he has left. He's going to take the Crobat. He's going to evolve the Golbat into Crobat, putting 3 damage counters on the bench Joltik. Taking the knockout. Gonna Sneaky Bite, retreat his Golbat and bring out his Yveltal. Retreat his Golbat and bring out his Yveltal. He's gonna attach a double colorless to his bench Combi, and he's gonna Oblivion Wing for the knockout, and attach a Dark Energy to his Crobat. John's gonna draw a card. He's got Shaman active. He's got the Lysander. He's gonna play a VS Seeker here. He's looking. He's gonna take the teammates. He's gonna play the teammates. He's gonna search his deck for any two cards. He's gonna get 2 Puzzle of Times. You play 1 Puzzle of Time. You get to look at the top 3 cards of your deck and put them back in any order. If you play 2 Puzzle of Time at the same time, you get any 2 cards from your discard pile. I'm gonna choose a double colorless. Gonna pick. Looks like he's taking back 2 double colorlesses. He's gonna attach to the Shaman EX. He's gonna Sky Return, doing 30 damage to the active Yveltal and picking up the Shaman and double colorless back to his hand, promoting the Shaman EX. So Rob's looking to see, he's got, not sure how many Pokemon he counted in the discard pile. Does 20 automatically. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 10, and 120. So Rob just has to retreat and be Revenge for the knockout. And that is game. Looks like John just ran out of steam. A lot of his Night Marchers being prized really hurt because he got to that point there. He didn't have a way to keep attacking. So, and Rob Davies is winner of game 1. Congratulations to both players, and we will be back with round 2 shortly. We're going to work on getting the glare and making sure everything looks nice for you guys. Okay? Thank you. Well, we're looking into, it might be best 2 out of 3. We're not 100% sure on the tournament structure, if it's best 2 out of 3 or not. Jimmy's going to go check. They're shuffling up, so we're going to just make the assumption that it is best 2 out of 3 here. And they will set up for game 2. We will also, between next round, we'll hopefully be able to get a timer so you guys are able to see the time on the round to know when next round will start between rounds and things like that. Best 2 or 3, okay. I kind of started assuming so. Players are going to shuffle up. Alright, looks like Rob is going to start with a Combi. John did not have a basic, so he's going to shuffle back in. And that'll give Rob 1 free mulligan if he so chooses to take. Let's play Pokemon. Alright, John started with a Shaman EX and Rob is starting with a Combi. Rob is going to go first. He's going to play a Trainer's Mail. Going to look at the top 4 cards. Choose any one trainer other than Trainer's Mail. He's going to choose Forest of Giant Plant. Excuse me. Rob is going to play an Ultra Ball, discarding a Crobat and a Xerosic. Rob is going to attach a double colorless to the active Combi, a muscle band to the Bench Yveltal, and he is going to play a Professor Sycamore. He's going to discard his hand and draw 7 new cards. So it looks like he's got a lot of different basics in his hand. He's going to evolve. Due to Force of Giant Plants, he is allowed to evolve his Combis right away into Vespiquen without waiting the turn. He's going to play Unknown, use the ability Farewell Letter, and draw. He's going to use Free Retreat from Vespiquen and bring out his Yveltal and pass his turn. John's going to start off with a Battle Compressor. He's going to search his deck for 3 cards and discard them. Looks like he discarded 3 Lambents. Oh my gosh. I just realized John doesn't have prize cards. This is an easy fix. He'll be able to pick up, be able to rewind this. He'll be able to pick up the 3. Jimmy will go over there, pick up the 3 Lampins, shuffle them back in, and lay out his prize cards. Looks like they're fixing that. Be able to check to see here in a second what card. What? I paused it to see. We could technically see what card he drew. What card John drew off of the top of his deck to be able to just perfectly rewind it.
Oh, that's true.
So
Did you stop the recording?
I did. I stopped it, and you can go ahead and go over there. And he has 2 battle compressors in his hand, so that's fine. He just needs to go back through there. We'll be able to get exactly what he had drew off the top of his deck to be able to completely rewind it. Keep going a little bit. Oh, he hasn't drawn yet. Okay, rewind. Try to rewind a little bit more. Okay, and he drew a battle compressor. Okay, easy fix. Just have him shuffle the battle compressor and set the 6 prize cards out, and you're good. Alright, we'll be able to fix, rewind all of that for him, and everything will be okay. They're going to work on here fixing this. He's going to shuffle the battle compressor back in his deck. Wait. How does he only have 5 cards? He only has 6 cards with his 1 active. Did he put both battle compressors back in his deck? Or a different card back in his deck? Okay. We'll hopefully get this fixed up here. Alright, they're working on a fix here, trying to decide. He's going to have 2 cards that he doesn't have somehow in his hand, because he has 5 in his hand and 1 active, so that's 6. So he needs his 7th card from his starting hand and his card he's going to draw from the top of the deck. They're going to shuffle all the cards back in. They're going to give him a random card, which would be the card in his hand. Or they're choosing... He must have put both battle compressors back in. He must have had 3 battle compressors in his starting hand. Or 2 battle compressors and drew a battle compressor. That's unless they knew. I didn't watch for sure to know. Unless they knew what that card was that they randomly shuffled back in. So... Alright, so we're back in gameplay. John's going to play that battle compressor. He's going to look to see, hopefully, the 3 lampants. He's got all 3 of them in there. He's going to discard them. Alright. He's going to play a 2nd battle compressor. Discarding a Pumpkaboo. Another Lampant and another Pumpkaboo here. He's going to have 6 Night Marchers ready to go in the discard pile. And he's going to shuffle up and we'll see. This is looking like a somewhat better game for John. Last game he didn't get as many Night Marchers in the discard pile. So his attacks were just not doing enough damage when Rob was bringing out higher hit point Pokemon. But Rob's also has a very good first turn. We've got John playing a Hex Maniac. John attaches a Fighting Fury Belt to his active Shaman and passes his turn. So Rob's going to attach a Dark Energy. He's checking to see if there's any Dark in his discard pile. And it looks like he's only able to Oblivion Wing. So he's going to Oblivion Wing for 50 and end his turn. John's going to draw a card. He's got an Acrobike, Target Whistle, and Dementia Valley. An Acrobike, look at the top 2, pick one, and discard the other. He's going to discard teammates. He took a Ultra Ball. So he's going to Ultra Ball, discarding the 2 cards in his hand. Search his deck for a Pokemon. Looking, and it seems like he does not have any Shaman in his deck. I'm not sure how many he plays. He at least played 2. So we know that he could have at least had 1 more in his deck. And it's looking like it's prized. He just went through his deck search and it wasn't in there. So he's going to opt into getting a Joltik. It's unfortunate. A nice setup right there would have definitely helped John. He's going to have no cards in his hand. He's going to... he's going to pass his turn. He cannot Sky Return with only 1 bench Joltik. It would have not ended well for him. Rob's going to attach a Dark to the active. He's going to discard them to retreat. Send out his Vespiquen. He's going to play a Battle Compressor. He's discarding a Judge. An Unknown. and an AZ. He's going to replace the Force of Giant Plants with the Parallel City. And Rob is going to use Vespiquin's first attack. Which will draw until he has 6 cards in his hand. And it does 10 damage. So John drew a battle compressor, so he's just looking to try to thin out his deck. He's in top deck mode at this point. He needs to draw into a supporter in order to stay in the game, because Rob is going to slowly knock out all of John's Pokemon. Especially with Rob getting a fresh 6-card hand. I at least seen a battle compressor in his hand, and John's going to pass his turn. We've got Rob is going to play a benched Zubat, play his battle compressor. He's going to discard up to 3 cards. He's going to discard a Shaman EX, a Vespiquen, and a Combee. So he's just looking to get more basics in his discard pile to be able to be revenge. He's pretty set up at this point, especially with the lead he's got to take advantage of. John is really struggling right now. Rob is going to Trainer's Mail. Look at the top 4 cards of his deck. Choose a trainer card. Other than Trainer's Mail, he's going to choose a Professor's Sycamore. He's going to attach a double colorless to his bench Vespiquen, and he's contemplating whether he wants to play the Sycamore. He is going to play it. He's going to discard and draw 7. He's going to Ultra Ball, discarding a Zubat. And another Combee. I'm not too sure on the amount of Pokemon in Rob's discard pile at this point. Rob's calculating the damage that he's going to do here. It's going to show us how many Pokemon are in there. Rob is going to Sneaky Bike, the bench Joltik putting 20. And Rob is again going to Intelligence Gathering for 10 and draw up until he has 6 cards in his hand. John draws a Pumpkaboo and passes. Rob is going to play Crobat. He's considering, he's checking to see how many cards he has left in his deck. Rob was asking how many night marchers are in John's discard pile, maybe, or he's just counting. Rob is going to attach a dark to his bench Veltal. He's going to play the Crobat. Looks like he's going to put 3 on the Pumpkaboo on John's bench. Rob is going to play a VS Seeker. He's going to get an AZ. He already played a supporter this turn, so go catch. Alright, he didn't play a supporter. That was last turn. The turn just went by so quick. So Rob's going to go ahead and put 2 more damage on the Pumpkaboo. Rob's putting himself in a position to probably snipe all of the Pokemon on John's field in one turn. And Rob is going to be Revenge for enough damage for the knockout. Take his 2 prize cards. John is going to promote the Joltik and top decks the Sycamore. Rob's face. He couldn't believe it. Rob looks like he had the cards in his hand to win it on this turn, so he's going to play a double colorless on that Joltik. It's definitely still going to be a hard fight match. Put a Fighting Fury Belt on the bench Pumpkaboo. John is going to play a Trainer's Mail. This is definitely going to be a tough challenge for John to come back. He's 3 turns of energy attachment behind on Rob. But John is also to the point, he has, I believe, 8 to 9 Night Marchers in his discard pile. And that is going to one-shot everything on Rob's field. He's going to play a Trainer's Mail. Looking like he's going to take an Acro Bike. He had taken a Puzzle of Time during the last Trainer's Mail. And he's going to play that Acro Bike. He's got another Puzzle of Time and he's got a Sycamore. He's going to discard that Sycamore and take that Puzzle of Time. He is looking to play the 2 Puzzle of Times to get the 2 cards of his choice from his discard pile. So they're discussing the Parallel City, what it does. Since it faces Rob, only Rob has to worry about the damage reduction, and John has to worry about the limited bench space. So we're counting here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Night Marchers. So he did 140 damage. That is enough to knock out the active Vespiquen. He's going to take himself 1 prize, and he got that Shaman. So this is looking a little bit better. Rob still has the ability Rob is going to take the game right here because John didn't lay any more bench Pokemon. So Rob did knock out the active Joltik and then attacks with Be Revenge. He's got plenty of Pokemon in his discard pile to knock out that bench Pumpkaboo with the Be Revenge to take game 2. So it was unfortunate. John probably being a little flustered didn't really think about how Rob had picked up that Crobat and that he had the ability to play the damage and not setting down another bench Pokemon. So that'll be game 2. Rob Davies will win round 1 here on the stream. So we're going to take this time to try to help with the glare situation. We apologize for that, and hopefully we will be back with it a little better for round 2. So we will see you guys then.